I hear it's supposed to be like promising and stuff. How am I doing? I'm hanging in there. I'm trying. If I ain't streaming to bully someone else, heck yeah. Please do bully me, my dear albatross. Hi, Rafia. I said hi to you already, but it's, you know, hi and hi. And hi. And there's Golan. Yeah, albatross, you're gonna have to be a little faster on that. Good. Kintail, hi there. Let me give you a shout out while I'm doing my squats. Okay, give me a second. First squats, then stuff.
Rent a sheep squatch sleeping sack for 100 Juan. Yes. Just because I want to replenish all of my PP. Can't run out of that PP. PP's gotta be big, PP's gotta be strong, gotta go hard at that PP.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That was the bird voice. Bird voice is voice when I talk to bird. This is perhaps the first time it was redeemed. It is actually just kind of a Russian accent, although it started as a Scottish accent because I saw birds outside my window and I was like, look at those fucking birds. And I don't know, I'm not good at accents, but I try. And thus the bird language has evolved into bird. Behold bird, observe bird, thank you for bird, you are welcome. Look at all those feathery folks outside. Just minding their own business. So, Mordecai Ultra Special Deluxe, hello. Well, first of all, I guess I'll refresh these. And that. And stretch. Hi, Lupin. Hey, okay. Congrats on the counterfeit first. What's up, Lupin? Wanna hear the good news? Absolutely. Oy. Did I miss anything? What is a goat's favorite animal at the zoo? Alligator goat or what? Okay. If you say so. Teiyu, I have something for you. What is it? What is the something? Believe the code well, okay. Okay, yes. Aw. Oh, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. That is very kind. Thank you very much. Motivated me to keep going? Aw. I'm glad if I managed to do that. I mean, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. How did I manage to motivate you to keep going? I don't think I did anything. I mean, nothing special. But that, my very first solder from 2012 has been recovered. Oh, nice. I'm happy for you. Those are rookie numbers? Oh god. What is happening? I just realized that my glasses are attached to my eyeballs. I've had that voice since I was 8. Aww. And hi Connor, how are you doing? 15 shed tears. Aww. You're so cute. I hug you. I hug you big time. Oh yeah, there's a Weedle. There's a Weedle. You guys into Weedle? I think it should be legalized. What? You doing well? Yeah, I try. My everything is a little bit wonky, but yeah. Hang on. But you okay? Watch 2 to fill in a gap in my childhood. Don't forget it whatsoever. I mean, if you enjoy it, that's cool. Right, I wanted to Poke Catch. Yeah. Ah. Okay, this is a lot happening suddenly. Oh dear. Hello. Hi. Oh no. I need some different alerts because now it's just hi. There's a lot of subs going on, and also suddenly there's a raid, and also hi. Thank you so much for the 5. Ow. Ow. Excuse me. Al, what is happening? What caused this? Are you okay? I mean, are you gonna be okay? I mean, thank you. I mean, am I gonna be okay? Is that the question? That is the question. Hello, hi. There's a raid. Hi, Zaya. Hello. Good day. Do I have any? I don't have any friggin' mods. I mean, hello.
Now I understand why they put me in 30th place. It's not because they thought I was bad. It was actually to give the other contestants a chance.
Yeah.
But even then I pulled through. What the fuck is he doing?
Welcome to
It's
Twitch.
fucking time.
It's true. Love and you might have all the hugs.
Yes! Oh my god.
You are the big bird.
I did it.
Albatross, the big bird. The biggest of the birds. Hello. Okay. Oh my god. So Zaya, hello. While I'm recovering from Albatross being way too Albatross, way too big bird. How was Pokemon Unite? How was your stream? And thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Hi, cough on me. Coffee on me. Hi, coffee on me. Don't cough on me, please. That is unsanitary. Thank you for coming with the raid. Hi, Zaya. Thank you so much for the raid. And hi, Igoralka. I don't know if I've properly welcomed you yet, but hi. And hi, Holmes. Thank you for being here, but also coming with the raid. What beard style is a goat's favorite? Is a goatee, yes, is a goatee. Yeah. Albatross has a bread. Oh yeah. As the birds of prey tend to say, hands off my bread. Unless they're the ones handing it out. I'm gonna take a deep breath, yes. Ooh, you want a bunch? Nice. What's your main? I don't know anything about that game, but I do know it has mains. I think. I guess if I only think that, then it's not really knowing the thing. But I'm pretty sure it has mains. Vibe check. Hi, thank you. The vibes are I'm a little overwhelmed. Thank you for the hydrate. I can respect a Gudra main. I mean, I can respect any main, but Gudra is a very... You know what Gudra is. It's very squishy. Yes. And I yes. Zeshian, okay. I guess I don't get to respect that. Good raccoon, well, I mean, if you insist. Oh gosh. By the way, hi. For anyone who doesn't know, this is Teiyu, your emotional support animal, who is very often himself in need of emotional support, but that aside, I do try to become a mental health content creator, and on my path there, I'm doing a bunch of occasional study streams. Right now we're on a book that's about like how your childhood affects you into adulthood and how to heal from that. You know, in case that, you know, the way it affected you is bad, which it probably is, because, you know, being a parent is hard. No one's really prepared for it. And almost all parents also had horrible parents themselves, and you can just kind of carry that on towards your own children. Well, the emotional support animal is an emotional support animal, oh yeah. If only I wasn't allergic to like, just like everything under the sun. But yeah. Albatross. I'm not going to answer that. But I hope that all those fans of Saw are happy and enjoying their time at the con. How about that? It is a terrible cycle, yeah. Like my own mom is like, you know, she tried very hard to break the cycle, but you know, it still kind of shines through. But yeah, that's why you need to like, you can't just tell yourself like, I'm gonna do better, like just kind of force yourself. You have to heal, you know, heal your own wounds and build on top of that. I want to visit 쏘ʀᴇ Nut. Thank you. Thank you, Lapin. Okay. So, last time we just kind of did a bunch of recaps for all the previous. Stevie! My Stevie! How are you doing? Let me give you a shout out while I try to find out where I
go to the tower. Go to the tower. The tower's done. Yeah, go to the tower. That was so loud. Ouch.
Stevie is, by the way, the only streamer I know who regularly gets jump scared by hydrate redeems. So that's neat. Exploring whether you have hidden feelings. Waking up to anger. Wait. What did we stop on? We stopped on... It was something... We didn't get into the waking up part yet, did we? The heck? Did I just not read through that stuff? What does the true self want? Right? Awakening to your true self. Ah, gosh, just remember that I felt sad after a bit. Aw. Water is scary, yeah. I mean, you know, usually people are not specifically scared of water, but like specifically the ocean, but you know, it's... Yeah, water is scary. It's all right, it's relative. I hope Albatross isn't broke. I hope Albatross takes good care of himself. Now, okay, the thing is, I don't know if I just failed to save a VOD of a study stream, and that's why we didn't have a recap of a bunch of stuff there. I'm pretty sure we read. I'm sorry, let me just double check where we stopped. How do I best do that? I guess let's look at my thought of that recap stream from last week. Sorry about this. I really tried to be on time today, but yeah, it ain't easy. Did anyone clip out Teiyu.exe stopped working? That was a long time ago. I don't think that was on stream. Hang on. Videos. Last week's Sleepy Study Streams return. The last thing was about enmeshment. Really, enmeshment? Wait, no. Accepting Chapter 8. Chapter 8. Chapter 4? What the heck? Did I miss like a whole bunch of thoughts? Because that would be very sad. Wait, no, chapter. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I guess I'll move on to chapter 8 then, huh? How to avoid getting hooked by an emotionally immature parent. Okay, let's do that then. Let's do that. There's a wild soul rogue in chat. What do you want? 41. 40. Okay, got the chapter. That's a good step forward. I was on about when Albatross after all those subs. Well, yeah. That is one of those moments. Just take care and don't stress. I'll try. Steve, when he tries to drink water, you don't move, alright? You move. Don't move. Don't you move. Cannot swim so large bodies of water. Scare the fuck out of me. Oh, why can't you swim? Like, can you not keep yourself aloft at all? Oh yeah. Maturity awareness. Focusing on the outcome, not the relationship. Keeping a grip on your own thoughts and feelings. Ah, right, yeah. Zaya, if you need to take care of yourself, please do so. Sorry, I didn't mention that before. I was a little bit overwhelmed, as you may or may not have noticed. But yeah, take care of yourself. Streaming is tough. Let me tell you. Hugs, yeah. Big hugs. Okay, so let's recap this chapter and then get into where I think we left off. So this chapter is about kind of getting your distance, establishing a certain distance from a parent who didn't properly take care of you, and you know, might still be trying to keep you in their life, and you might also still have these patterns that try to keep them in your life, because, you know, even if you don't realize it, it can be hard to let go of this feeling like you still need to do something to gain their love and stuff, if that's what you spent all your childish life, no, all your life as a child yearning for. There's a background in chat. Let me have a look-see at that. Don't have that. Oops, sorry. Okay, catch. Alright. And it can be in part very hard to distance yourself because there's all these narratives about how, parents always have your best interest at heart and all that. You know what? Let me just read that whole chapter. Let's do some ASMR type stuff. Well, not like real ASMR, but just just some calm reading. Oh god, it's trying to figure out how to put all this stuff on my desk together. Well, back on, no one wanted you anyway. God, that is a horrible thing to say. Hi, Clueless Neep. Why did I say Clueless Neep? I just saw your name and I was like, read the name, Teiyu. Read the name. Hi, Neep. Yeah, hi. I think Teiyu's on my dear. I think you're pretty cute. Maybe not cool, but cute. Sorry, I hope that wasn't mean.
Moa turret. What's a Moa turret?
You are pretty clueless, I guess. Cute. Monkey
Yes.
cute, yes.
Yes, these are Moa turrets.
Aw.
Carrying me in a shear.
So, how to avoid getting hooked by an emotionally immature parent. It's hard to see our parents as fallible human beings. As children, we believe our parents can do anything. Although adolescence and the independence of adulthood can weaken our view of our parents as all-powerful, they don't eradicate it. Therefore, even if they aren't loving, we wishfully think they could be if they wanted to. Certain cultural tenets also keep us from seeing our parents clearly. Most of us are instilled with beliefs such as these. All parents love their children. A parent is the one person you can trust. A parent will always be there for you. You can tell your parents anything. Your parents will love you no matter what. You can always go back. Your parents only want what's best for you. Your parents know more than you do. Whatever your parents do, they're doing it for your own good. Colibri! Man, there's all the cool people here today. Well, not all the cool people, but a lot of cool people. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me just do this. There we go. And there we go. Hi, cool people. You're one of the cool people.
Uh-oh.
You should say hi, fellow cool people. Silly dude.
You got this. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Yes, you.
You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. You're my hero. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're so talented. Let's go. I got
Autumn
you.
Moon
I
Hearts.
believe in
Hi
you.
there.
Oh yeah, look
How
at
you
that.
doing?
That was amazing.
Hi.
Did we won?
Wait, yes.
We won!
Yes, what is it? It's a coolie.
Oh my god, we did it! We did it! Thank you so much, Jules. Holy shit.
You're more than cool adjacent. I mean, I guess... Okay, you're awesome. How about that? Where the heck was I? Oh yeah, right, let's keep reading. Oh my god. There's one long clip, it is. How are you doing? But if your parents are emotionally immature, many of these statements may not be true. In this chapter, I'll help you look beneath the surface of your childhood hopes and cultural assumptions in order to see your parents more accurately. You'll be learning new ways to relate to them so that you won't expect what they can't give. You'll learn how to protect your emotions and individuality by approaching your parents in a more neutral way, a way they can tolerate emotionally. But first, let's look at a common fantasy that often prevents people from relating to their parents in a realistic way. What is the deal with plain food? Well, apparently, supposedly there's something... Of course you're cool. Colibri, you're amazing. You are like super charming, and your openness invites people to open up too, and I think that's very valuable. And right, I hear there's something about like the pressure in an airplane that actually affects your sense of taste. A big bully. I mean, if you consider that bullying, then please do go on. I mean, actually, don't. Don't. Oh my god. Don't. No. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Bully yourself. No. Stop. Let's just keep reading. The fantasy that a parent will change. A common fantasy among children of emotionally immature parents is that their parents will have a change of heart and finally love them by showing concern. Unfortunately, self-preoccupied parents refuse all invitations to fulfill their part in their child's healing story. Focused on their own healing fantasy, they expect their children to make up for their childhood hurts. Seeking their parents' healing love. Let me bring this here. Get further away from the microphone. And get so it's September. Oh, is that a whole thing? All right, yeah. Yeah, do that then. Do that then if you must. Right, that's when Twitch has a deal on the on subs, isn't it? That's cool. Yeah. Where was I? Seeking their parents' healing love. Many people hop around after their parents like hungry birds, trying to elicit a crumb of positive response from them. In adulthood, these children often learn a variety of healthy communication skills and hope that these skills will improve their relationship with their parents. They think they might finally have the techniques necessary to draw their parents into a rewarding interaction. Yeah, I'm familiar with that thing, like when you learn to communicate healthily as an adult, and you think like, hey, now I can talk to my parents this way, and they will respond in kind, and then we can have our like real healthy and loving relationship that I always hope for and stuff. But yeah, that is probably not going to happen. So here's an anecdote. Annie's story. Annie's mother, Betty, a woman with strong religious convictions, had always been emotionally insensitive, and her childhood treatment of Annie sometimes verged on physical and emotional abuse. Although Annie had lived with this treatment for a long time, she reached the breaking point when Betty made a derogatory comment about Annie in front of her colleagues at Annie's award ceremony at work. Annie's feelings were deeply hurt, and she was embarrassed in front of her friends. The insult was so blatant that Annie was sure her mother couldn't deny the wildly inappropriate nature and timing of her comment, as she usually did, but Betty wouldn't take responsibility, coldly denying that what she'd done was problematic. Over the next few days, Annie kept trying to get Betty to understand how hurt she was. She finally wrote a letter to her mother, telling her how she felt and asking her to sit down with her and talk it out. Annie put a great deal of thought into the letter, which was extremely emotionally articulate, in hopes that Betty would see and regret that her behavior had been so chronically insensitive over the years. But Betty didn't offer any response. Emptiness hung between them, along with Annie's impression that her mother couldn't care less. Hi there, Eisen. I'll just finish this anecdote first. How are you doing? Happy to have you here. I want to say to her, I'm your daughter, Annie cried. Murderers kill people and their moms still love them. We're family. She's my mom. How can she just let that go? This wasn't the first time Annie had tried to reach Betty emotionally. After starting therapy, Annie tried to express herself and work things out in a healthy way whenever her parents were mean or disrespectful toward her. Although Betty routinely dismissed Annie's outreach, she'd always remained in contact so she could see Annie's 3 little boys. But this time it was different. What I can't get over is that there's nothing coming back, not even anger, Annie said. All I want is some level of response that shows this matters, even if I've just made her angry. In addition to being wounded, Annie was confused. Although Betty refused to respond, Annie knew her mother was sociable and capable of showing kindness and generosity toward other people. Annie understood that those relationships were more superficial, but this knowledge didn't help her emotionally. You'd think my mom would have some natural desire to make things better between us. Some kind of acknowledgement, or maybe even something through Dad. Annie's sorrow and incomprehension showed on her face. Oh my god, this is a long one. Hi. I guess I'm gonna do the hydrate already. And a happy Halloween to everyone, and a happy New Year. Actually, no, let's not do that. No, the New Year can wait for a while. I wanna really get my first video essay out by the end of the year. Still August, I refuse. Yeah. Oh god. Happy Halloween, and Merry Xmas. Merry Algebra-ness. That was very forced, I'm sorry. Annie was grieving over not having an emotionally supportive mother, and working through that would take time. But she was also aware that her appeals were making things worse, and it was important to address that too. Annie was confused. She was doing everything she knew to repair the relationship. Communicating clearly, making respectful requests, and being emotionally honest. She wondered how they could work anything out without talking about it. Annie, I said, you're doing all the right things in trying to make a connection with your mom. You're looking for emotional intimacy with her, which makes perfect sense, but I don't think she can tolerate it. While you think you're just trying to relate, your mom probably sees it as a major threat to her equilibrium. After all, she's been living like this for years. Your openness and honesty are more than she can handle. Think of it as though your mom has a snake phobia. You keep plopping a big, fat, writhing snake right in her lap. Hot? She can't stand it, no matter how meaningful it might be to you. Emotional closeness demanded a level of emotional maturity her mother simply didn't have. But her mother's silence made Annie feel like an emotional hostage. She couldn't rest until her mother was happy with her. I told Annie that the only way Betty was going to come around was if Annie stopped talking about her misbehavior and how hurtful it was. Annie needed to find a way forward that didn't involve her mother's participation. That's the only thing that works with parents who are terrified of emotional intimacy. I explained that she could have a relationship with her mother, but it wouldn't be the kind of relationship she yearned for. Her best option was to manage their interactions deliberately, rather than seeking emotional intimacy. Annie was open to my suggestions, but still felt confused. She could remember Betty's anguished visits with her own mother, who was also rejecting when Annie was a child. Betty felt so unloved by her own mother after these visits. She was left sobbing with no one to comfort her, but Annie. How could she now be doing this to her own daughter? Annie asked. You'd think she'd hate to do that to her own child after she suffered so much. It was a good point, but Betty was just passing her trauma down the line, as people tend to do when they repress their childhood pain. Annie was so intent on winning her mother's approval that she stopped evaluating the relationship. She'd never asked herself whether Betty was the type of person she enjoyed being around. Ah, times that hit home is hard AF. Aw. I'm sorry, Lappin. There's a clink in chat, by the way. Clink-a-dink-a-dink. Got that. Okay. It's still summer, is it? I mean, meteorologically, probably. Although it started cooling down a lot recently. Today's the end of summer, really? Huh. Start sweeping these holidays back into their own day. Geez, these holidays are getting everyone. Everyone must say, yes, yes, yes. Some good old autumn sweeping. Feels like autumn again, yeah. Although, actually, I only just went outside to sunbathe, like, for what must have been the first time this year. It was really good. Should do that more often. I like that more. Yeah, summers have gotten way too hot recently. Spring officially starts tomorrow for me, though. Oh, doesn't mean you're Australian. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, about any of what I just read, then please go ahead. Other than that, I don't know, I feel like I should summarize a little bit, like, basically, what it means is that, Annie's mother, since she suffered such emotional neglect and abuse from her own mother, to kind of cope with that, she kind of shut herself off emotionally from, like, deeper relationships. Like, she can still be kind and, like, more superficial ones, but she's afraid. This coping mechanism makes her afraid of opening up too much with people that she might actually be more close to, that she could actually be more close to. And that's probably part of why she raised her own daughter like that. Oh, you can become an affiliate now. Good. Happy for you. It's a little bit of a process to figure out all the ins and outs of that. Or at least it was for me, but yeah, that's awesome. In fact, let me just give you a little shout out too.
Number 15. Birthing foot lettuce.
Nice,
the last thing you want in your Burger King burger is someone's butt fungus. But as it turns out, that might be what you get. A 4chaner uploaded a photo anonymously on the side showcasing his feet in a plastic bin of lettuce with the statement, "This is the lettuce you ate at Burger King." Admittedly, he had shoes on.
Okay. Yeah, Eisen, I know how that is. Like, like the first friend I made after high school, which was in a way like kind of my first real life friend at all, like for a very long time. He kind of sucked, to be honest. He kind of took me under his wing and tried to make me like into a more social person and like help me out, but his idea of helping me out kind of really clashes with my own ideas of, you know, everything. And in the end, I feel like he kind of treated me as a project, and he was not actually emotionally, like, kind of like, yeah, not emotionally mature, and so to speak, you know. Like, yeah. You adopted an extrovert. You need a hug, buddy. Yeah. I like that. It takes a lot for me to consider someone a friend, and I've also been told that I'm very difficult to make friends with, but it's, and I quote, worth it in the end. Aw, that is such high praise though. Oh, that feeling sucks to realize that, yeah. It does, it does. Honestly, at this point, I wonder if I'm... I need to look more into, like, why I'm having a hard time getting into, like, real deeper into friendships anymore. I feel like almost all of my friendships right now are very superficial, kind of. Oh. Especially when I put a lot of time into a relationship, yeah. Yeah. Definitely be careful before you should become roommates with someone. Before you become roommates with a friend, and yeah, because that can bring forth a lot of stuff that you didn't actually consider before. A lot of issues. Let's keep reading. Forging a new relationship. The rest of this chapter explores how to handle an emotionally immature parent, as well as other people, by changing your expectations and replacing reactivity with observation. 3 key approaches will help you free yourself from getting caught up in your parents' emotional immaturity: detached observation, maturity awareness, and stepping away from your old rolled self. Super chill with people. I give them the time and space, and I'll just be there if they feel social. Yeah, I guess I would need more people who would actually actively reach out to me. Like, I guess I'm kind of used to being passive like that, but yeah. It doesn't result in any of the close relationships that I really like to have. Hi, Rav. Oh, that I'm horrible at all. Quite honestly, I just prefer being more left alone. Whilst I want to have people around me, I just feel too weird. I don't know. I'd really like to have a friend who's just always there, but you don't feel the need to, like, constantly directly interact and do stuff together. Like, doing stuff together is cool, but I'd like to just I guess do like parallel play, to borrow a term from, I think, like the autism sphere. Like, just kind of doing your own thing, but knowing that someone is there, and it's just kind of nice, You just kind of just wait till someone wants to hang, but it never ends up happening. Yeah. Detached observation. The first step in gaining your emotional freedom is to assess whether either of your parents was emotionally immature. Given that you're still reading this book, you've probably decided that at least one of your parents fits that description. Such a parent can probably never fulfill your childhood vision of a loving parent. The only achievable goal is to act from your own nature, not the rolled self that pleases your parent. You can't win your parent over, but you can save yourself. I love how they mentioned that. Oh yeah. That was pretty funny. Hi Moon, how are you doing? Is that Winnie the Pooh? Oh, so it is. It's so hard to figure out a constellation of stuff that still works. Ew. I need to Are you knee bender? Stubborn about reading everything you've paid money for? I guess so. Hi Boomer, how you doing? Doing pretty good, got some food? Heck yeah. Get some food. Hell yeah, dude. For my own understanding of how this works, I'm indebted to family therapist Murray Bowen for his Family Systems Theory 1978, which describes how emotionally immature parents promote emotional enmeshment over individual identity. As a reminder, enmeshment occurs when parents don't respect boundaries, project their unresolved issues onto their children, and get too involved in their children's business. In families dominated by emotionally immature people, enmeshment and playing roles are valued in order to keep the family quote-unquote close. Of course, genuine communication and emotional intimacy are absent in such families. No one's true self is ever acknowledged. Rather, in an enmeshed family, if you have a problem with someone, you talk about that person to other people instead of going to the person directly. Bowen called this triangling, and characterized enmeshment as the glue that keeps such families together. Bowen also explored how this situation might be remedied, at least for some family members. He found that observation and emotional detachment can give individuals a place to stand outside of their family system. Wait, hang on, gotta reread that. Observation and emotional detachment can give individuals a place to stand outside of their family system. When people keep themselves poised in neutral observation, they can't be hurt or emotionally ensnared by other people's behavior. Just understood boner instead of boomer, what? I guess we hear what we want to hear, huh? When interacting with emotionally immature people, you'll feel more centered if you operate from a calm thinking perspective rather than emotional reactivity. Stop resetting yourself and getting into an observational, detached frame of mind. There are any number of ways to do this. For example, you can count your breaths slowly, tense and relax your muscle groups in a systematic sequence, or imagine calming imagery, basically grounding techniques. I think I've seen Blue Eyes White Boner. Oh, just out of curiosity, is the next text supposed to be up on screen? No. I'm reading that from a book. I'm gonna take some notes once something like really new and important happens. Hang on, let me just make sure that where I stopped taking notes. I think my last notes were on like a reminder on enmeshment. Reminder about enmeshment. Detached observation, reminder about enmeshment. Enmeshment is basically a codependent relationship. All parties have to fulfill their role for the sake of the others. There is no room for individuality and genuine exchange of feelings and ideas, much less room for changing anything that's causing problem. Okay, so I guess you do get the feeling that a lot of this book is padding. There's a lot of repetition, but I guess that's not necessarily wrong, since, you know, that kind of stuff takes time to really sink in. And it makes sense to repeat it in a lot of different ways to, you know, get a lot of different angles and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, it kind of gets hard to figure out like what you should be taking notes on, because yeah. A lot of things you already did take notes on. Looks like a deeper explanation as well. Okay. I guess let's start taking some notes. Bullet journaling. Funnelbee. There's a wild funnelbee in chat. I got that, okay. Bullet journaling? Oh yes, indeed. Well, not anymore. Was on screen for a second. Don't remember when I took notes on that, but I guess that happened. You bullet journal! I bullet journal too, dude! Oh my god! We have so much in common! We often still have a need for a relationship with our parents. Hang on, I need to make this smaller. Oh, that's a little bit very small. Guess 18 it is. Can you guys read this nicely? Well, it's a good journal. I never keep them. As soon as I fold it up 100%, I burn them. Why? What? That seems counterintuitive to the purpose of a journal. And thank you for the stretch. Some things just aren't meant to be read again. Oh. I wish I could be there when people read my journals after I die. It'd be hilarious. I guess? Oh. Could make that a whole event. Like, have some kind of chest that says, like, only open after I'm dead and, like, have fun, I guess. What secrets are hidden within your journals? Is the secret about the kids in your basement? I hope not. I don't know. I guess there are some things that aren't meant to be read again, but I would kind of keep a separate journal for that, I guess. Because there are a lot of things that I would like to read again. As much as I know other people, I would get sent against my will into a hospital for mental health stay after reading. Yes, 30 pages on the philosophy of Doctor Who. What was wrong with this guy? Aw, I think that's cool. And thanks for the hydrate. Right. Did I? Okay. Can you guys read this? I guess I already asked that. I guess if no one's complaining, that then I'll keep going. Even if our childhood relationship was unsatisfying. Just 8. Oh, good job. What did you have? Was it good? But we can't expect... You got a gift sub, apparently, yeah. Yeah, Albatross kind of went wild earlier. Don't know what happened, but I'm not complaining, I guess. But we can't expect them to fulfill our wish for emotional intimacy, even if we have learned ways to communicate maturely. Chicken and corn on the cocoa corn. chicken and corn on the corn on the before they turn into individual corns on the cob. I believe it's called the cob, right? The cob. An aneurysm and read it as chicken on the corn. I was very confused. Just that sort of chicken died on the cob. As they say, country girls make do. I think it's only one B, right? Like COB. I do enjoy corn on the corn though. It's kind of an interesting tongue twister. Corn on the cocoa corn. Cocoa corn. Even when I learned ways to communicate maturely. Thanks, dog. Man, I need to. Hang on. Okay, fixed it. Now it should be attached to the bridge of my nose. And only be a little bit wonky. Cocoa goat. Corn goat. Learn ways to communicate maturely. The only healthy way if they don't respond in kind, but you still want a relationship with them, the only healthy way to do so is to go about it in a more emotionally distant way. Becoming observational. Okay, so basically ground yourself. Next, your job is to stay detached emotionally and observe how others behave, just like a scientist would. Pretend you're conducting an anthropological field study. What words would you use to describe others' facial expressions? What is their body language communicating? Does their voice sound calm or tense? Do they appear rigid or receptive? How do they respond when you try to relate? What do you find yourself feeling? Can you spot any of the emotionally immature behaviors described in chapters 2 and 3? Can I just say as the genius I think it is that your cool shape change reading costs 1,337. Thank you. My progress, yes, Zaya, my progress hasn't been great. Gotta be honest with you. It has not been amazing. I don't know, the past few days I felt like downright petrified by kind of trying to force myself to figure out stuff about my Discord. I don't know why, but like trying to structure something like that is just way too overwhelming. I don't know. Like, it's not even that important. And I don't know. I just become so bogged down by all the possibilities of what I could be doing and stuff. And just woke up 30 seconds ago. Hello. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad to have you back. What is the story, Morning Glory? Oops, daisy. Hey. You do. If you're practicing observing your parent or other loved ones and find yourself getting emotional, your distress is a sign that your healing fantasy has been activated. You've fallen back into believing that you can't be okay if they don't validate you. If you start slipping into your fantasy that you may be able to get the other person to change, you'll feel weak, vulnerable, apprehensive, and needy. This extremely unpleasant feeling of weakness is a signal that you need to shift out of responding emotionally and move back into observing mode. If you find yourself becoming reactive, silently repeat to yourself, detach, detach, detach. Make a point of consciously describing the other person in words, silently and to yourself. During a stressful interaction, this kind of mental narration can center and ground you. Whenever you try to find the exact words to describe something, it helps redirect your brain's energy away from emotional reactivity. Same goes for getting control over your own emotional reactions. Silently narrating your own emotional reactions can give you that extra bit of objectivity that cools things down. If the other person is still getting to you, find an excuse to put some distance between you. Excuse yourself from the room for a bathroom break, play with a pet, take a walk, or run an errand. Gaze out the window and notice nature. If you're interacting on the phone, find a pretext to get off the phone and say you look forward to talking another time. Use whatever excuse you need to take some time to get yourself back into a more detached, observational mindset. As you can see, staying observational isn't passive. It's a very active process. It's also the royal road out of emotional enmeshment. As you practice observing, you'll become stronger and more confident in your ability to see what's really going on, especially now that you have more of an understanding of emotional immaturity. You no longer have to be the upset, helpless child, devastated by pot shots from your parent. Your clear mind and observational attitude will keep you strong no matter what the other person does. Gotten out of that mindset of no need others to know I'm valid. That's cool, that's cool. I really hope that's true. It's a very important thing. Y'all, I think I might need a bit of a longer pause. My throat is kinda acting up. I want to chew some lozenges and stuff like that. And yeah, hope I can go for a lot longer than like right now. I'm feeling like I can't go for like more than an hour more, and that would be a little, you know. So yeah, might need a little bit more. I just finished taking notes on this. Or actually, never mind. Oh, that's gonna be good for a recap afterwards. All right. Be right back. Brain can be sucky at times. Yeah,
Come on.
it's always gonna be hard.
The witch is dead.
There we go. Give me 10 minutes.
What the?
Well, Hitmontop appeared, by the way.
No. Hold on. That's cheating.
Hitmontop. Oh wait, that's
no,
Gen 2.
I killed you. No, I killed
There
you.
it is. Okay. Be right back.
Like, H.
Yes.
You, you, H.
By the way, we blew up.
I'm sweating. My favorite constitutional amendment is the right to bear arms. Kermit the Frog.
Twin 2. I was B2 though.
I heard the English version of that before.
Yeah. These lasses of bananas and pajamas are going down the stairs, and then something else. I used to love that show as a kid.
I mean, I could only remember the first line in the Danish version as well. So. Which obviously had to be changed to actually still fit the music.
Hi, Toma.
Oh, I hate these things. The apparatus puzzles? What is this? Oh, I just... I was like, can I just flip it over and it...
You guys seen that meme where it's like if a dolphin was playing a trumpet, would he play it like this or play it like this? And that makes me sad.
2 loading screens. Sounds. The waist is so small. Skeleton with parts. With parts? Well, I'm glad that we came into this menu.
Because he's willing. I wasn't expecting a cutscene, but I guess it makes sense. What is happening to me? With the act, your affinity with the Sylvan is growing. Sylvan has blessed you with the marriage of flesh. You've become the materialization of the love you two shared. Intervened forever. What will you call yourself from now on? Well, we have all our limbs now. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Ah! What's happening? Bonus level? No, Bog to begin. Bog? Rip! Oh my god.
Number 15. Burger Foot Lettuce. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus. But as it turns out, that might be what you get. A 4chaner uploaded a photo anonymously on the site showcasing his feet in a plastic bin of lettuce with the statement, "This is the lettuce you ate at Burger King." Admittedly, he had shoes on.
Okay, I'm gonna share with you my webcam. In 3, 2, please don't hate me. 1. I'm really sorry, voice changer. And it's true. I'm really sorry for lying to you all. So...
You trust...
Don't trust Blue.
Oh, Soren, it's your turn.
Ah, you can't be Blue twice in a row. Damn it!
You have seen a talking egg. Winimichain sama. When Kudo, what does that say? Tomahawk Betson. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're just typing letters. And they're not random letters because they look like a word. Winimichain sama. Winimichain sama. Is this supposed to sound like something? Tomahawk Betson. Weave and loop. Why are you typing? I have a bunch of Sims in my chat now. You're like typing in Simglish. This is like a Simglish Twitch chat now.
Okay, and there's a really cool shop called Hot.
Stop it!
I hate myself.
This is lit.
Here's this coffee. Out of context moments, please don't. Please not. Or maybe, I don't know. I haven't got a clipper. Yeah, this looks solid. This looks solid. Okay, let's go.
There's not Nandi, this is just a void. Oh my goodness, she's gonna be doing that the whole time, huh? How should I do this? Well, no. This way you will be able to see. And I have this. Oh shit! Okay, this pose is out.
Nico Ni, you have to say it in the deepest voice you can. Nico Ni. Hara.
Can I do this real quick? Let me just like hey bruh, I know we just met, but what Bob?
There's people trying to make some holes in this already. Ah, no.
Pretty sure you're supposed to use these straps for him. So wait, where am I?
They're full-blown line detectors. This is going exactly how I thought it was going to go. This is great.
Hello, I fucked up hardcore. Santo Bellatrix, hello, welcome in.
Yeah, I'm kind of back. Hi. Alright, becoming observational. Turns out I don't have any of the lozenges anymore that I thought I had. Sleepy in. I can relate. Goat is alive, yeah! It's always a good day when Goat is alive. Got some good news for once. Oh hey! Ordinary days. What's the good news? And now look, hi! I hope you're doing well too. Observational. Managed to ascend to the status of combo god for a fighting game. Ooh. Is that like an official thing? Becoming a combo god? Like with specific qualifications and stuff like that? I love this day. Aww. I think I turned a lot of my clips into your clip dump. Well, that's cool. That's very cool. What was I? Becoming... Yes, grounding techniques. Like breath focus and EMR to distance yourself from your feelings. And observe and observe their behavior rationally, narrating it in your head like an anthropologist. Language is kinda opposed to emotion and lets you stay in control. If you find yourself slipping, if you find yourself getting emotional, you are slipping back into I should clarify, if you find yourself getting emotional in response to their behavior, you are slipping back into your old role self. It's still yearns for their approval. Try to hold on to your internal monologue and take yourself out of the situation if all else fails. Basically, that title is reserved for people who can manage to keep a consistent stream going for as long as possible in the match. Because some characters can break combo with some moves in Kill Me Hustle. And there's a weird combo cooldown mechanic that makes some combo moves launch instead of comboing. So basically, it's hard. Okay. I see. Speaking of C, there's a Celio in chat. Don't have that. It's been a long day. Went on a small trip to a monastery. Did a lot of stuff. Now I woke up for a net since I was tired. Oh wow. That sounds like a cool day. don't think I will ever distance myself from my feelings, never ever, but that's just me. I mean, we've had that conversation. It's a good skill to have. Doesn't mean that you have to, this is just, this is not a call to become emotionally distant. It's like more like the opposite. It's just like, this book is like about celebrating the ability to become, to be emotionally intimate and like make genuine connections. But if you're dealing with a person who is incapable of that, and you keep expecting them to still give you that emotional intimacy, then it's only going to hurt you. And if you still want to maintain that relationship with them, then you're only going to hurt yourself if you keep it up that same way, I think I might try to get a God combo in Yumi Hustle, otherwise known as haha every single move that chains back to back and ignores block Cooper. I'm not sad you are, well, why not both? By the way, Lupin and anyone else, if you are free to imagine me like sitting behind you and hugging you warmly this entire time, if you wish. Just kind of slouched over your shoulders and reading the book like that. You all blah, hi, good. Okay. Relatedness versus relationship. Observing allows you to stay in a state of relatedness with your parents or other loved ones without getting caught up in the emotional tactics and expectations about how you should be. Relatedness is different from relationship. In relatedness, there's communication, but no goal of having a satisfying emotional exchange. You stay in contact, handle others as you need to, and have whatever interactions are tolerable without exceeding the limits that work for you. In contrast, engaging in a real relationship means being... Oh my god. I need to figure something out. This is horrible. It was so much nicer when I could just read from a screen. In contrast, engaging in a real relationship means being open and establishing emotional reciprocity. If you try this with emotionally immature people, you'll feel frustrated and invalidated. As soon as you start looking for emotional understanding from such people, you won't be as balanced within yourself. It makes more sense to aim for a simple relatedness with them, saving your relationship aspirations for people who can give something back. The maturity awareness approach. Once you've gotten the hang of being observational rather than relationship-oriented... Actually, let me take a real quick note on that. Aim for relatedness rather than relationship. Once you've gotten the hang of being observational rather than relationship-oriented, you can turn your attention to maturity awareness. This approach will grant you emotional freedom from painful relationships by taking the emotional maturity of others into account. Estimating the probable maturity level of the person you're dealing with is one of the best ways to take care of yourself in any interaction. Once you peg a person's maturity level, their response will make more sense and be more predictable. If you determine that the other person is showing emotional immaturity as described in chapters 2 and 3, there are 3 ways to relate to the person without getting yourself upset. 1. Expressing and then letting go. 2. Focusing on the outcome, not the relationship. 3. Managing, not engaging. I can level that shit? Wait, what? Level what? On expressing and then letting go. Tell the other person what you want to say in as calm and non-judgmental a way as you can, and don't try to control the outcome. Explicitly say what you feel or want, and enjoy that act of self-expression. But release any need for the other person to hear you or change. You can't force others to empathize or understand. The point is to feel good about yourself for engaging in what I call clear, intimate communication. Others may or may not respond how you want them to, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that you expressed your true thoughts and feelings in a calm, clear way. That goal is achievable and within your control. Now, maturity. Yeah, you can. Get good. Get good at maturity. Focusing on the outcome, not the relationship. Ask yourself what you're really trying to get from the other person in this interaction. Be honest. If it's your parent, do you want your parent to listen to you? Understand you? Regret his or her behavior? Apologize to you? Make amends? If your goal involves empathy or change of heart on your parents' part, stop right there and come up with a different goal. One that's specific and achievable. Remember, you can't expect immature, emotionally phobic people to be different from how they are. However, you can set a specific goal for the interaction. I feel like true maturity is being able to handle situations like an adult, but also let your inner child out whenever possible. Yeah. Definitely, it's like... this is specifically about how you interact with other people. And the thing is, if your inner child is still stuck in that state of hoping that mom or dad are going to love you if you just do the right thing that will make them love you, then that's only going to end up in tears, That's one of those situations where, the child just has to... My inner child feels like my parents are gone. Yeah. In situations like that, you just have to nurse your child, but they have to move on, But in all other ways, like, you can still... In fact, you probably should, listen to that inner child and, really look at, hey, what do you want? What is your desire? How can we be happy? And if that involves something that people consider immature, then sure. As long as it doesn't hurt people. Or yourself. Letting out your inner child when you cannot seek parental validation, but to enjoy things you were denied as a kid, to just be happy and valid on your own. Yeah, exactly. Gave it ice cream yesterday. Good. Identify the specific outcome you want from each interaction and set it as a goal. Here are some examples. I express myself to my mother even though I'm nervous. I tell my parents I'm not coming home for Christmas. I ask my father to talk nicely to my children. Your goal might be just to express your feelings. This is achievable because you can ask others to listen even though you can't make them understand. Or your goal might be as simple as reaching an agreement about where the family will have Thanksgiving dinner. The key is to go into the interaction always knowing the end point you wish to arrive at. Can my inner child also have ice cream? Yeah. Just wanted to have the taste of the ice cream from the local ice cafe. Nice. That is really sweet. Let me be crystal clear. Focus on the outcome, not the relationship. As soon as you focus on the relationship and try to improve it or change it at an emotional level, an interaction with an emotionally immature person will deteriorate. The person will regress emotionally and attempt to control you so that you'll stop upsetting him or her. If you keep the focus on a specific question or outcome, you're more likely to contact the person's adult side. Of course, if you're dealing with an empathetic person, it's healthy to address emotional issues in the relationship. With emotionally mature people, you can talk about your feelings honestly, and they'll share their feelings and thoughts with you as well. As long as both people have enough emotional maturity, this kind of clear, intimate communication will result in knowing each other better and feeling emotionally nourished. And managing, not engaging. Instead of emotionally engaging with immature people, set a goal of managing the interaction, including duration and topics. You may need to repeatedly redirect the conversation where you want it to go. Gently ease past attempts to change the topic or bait you emotionally. Be polite, but be prepared to address the issue as many times as it takes to get a clear answer. Emotionally immature people don't have a good strategy for countering another person's persistence. Their attempts at diversion and avoidance ultimately break down if you keep asking the same question. As a reminder, also manage your own emotions by observing and narrating your own feelings to yourselves, rather than becoming reactive. Quite honestly, it felt great getting that ice cream. Always went there with my dad and my younger brother back then before he kind of changed. Aww. Yeah. I guess that's part of, nursing that inner child. Alright, let's try to take some notes here. Maturity awareness approach. Be observational and figure out if someone is emotionally mature or if not, adapt your behavior when feeling with them. Your behavior or your expectations, rather. I would move away from the area, but there's so many memories everywhere. It can be hard to let go of memories, but that can also be very harmful to yourself. Like, I have a friend who just can't move on from old relationships, and it just keeps dragging her down into this hole, and it's really painful. She just refuses to let go of anything. And yeah, sometimes you just have to make a conscious decision that this is not good for you and you have to move on. A wild Kufand appeared. Since I don't even know what that is, I'm pretty sure I don't have it. I mean, I think I know what it is. It's like that copper elephant thing. Letting go of something bad is the hardest thing to do, but it's absolutely worth it for the good mental health. Yeah. feel like now letting go is not an option. Why not? Even if everything inside you keeps trying to push you back into the place you grew to hate. Something I'm currently struggling with. I think it always is. It never... I mean, it probably gets easier. There's always something, I feel like. Three approaches. Expressing and then letting go. Man, we're just not catching anything today, are we? Thanks for the posture check. Expressing and then letting go. Thanks for the hydrate. Not bad, but thanks, Lappin. Yeah. Expressing and then letting go. You can control if well, I gotta differentiate there. You can't expect the other person. You can't expect them to understand your feelings and react in a way that that is good for you, basically. To understand your feelings, I know. Just focus on expressing the feelings. And freeing is the feelings. Just focus on expressing the feelings. How freeing it is to express them, and how you are how you are God damn it. Brain, come on, brain. You're displaying agency over yourself. Okay. And now, hang on. is down there. Okay. Let's do segment. Oh. NB, NPP, NPR. Is it this one? Might be this one. Okay, let's try that. Two. Focus on the outcome, not the relationship. Focus on the... Wait, this is the wrong font. What's this? Not this one either. Maybe it's this one that's smaller? That seems maybe right? I don't know. Oh my god. Hang on. NP bold. NP bold. Okay. And this one is 18. I guess I must have shrank the thing. Oh god. Sorry about all this. Focus on the outcome, not the relationship. My knickers finally stopped popping out that much again. Oh, that's an improvement. Did you do anything to cause that, or did it just happen? This. Yeah, this seems good. Wait. There we go. Genetic. Back to 1 to 2 times a day. Oh. Yeah, I have that too. A little bit. I think I improved with like exercise. Like, I mean, I guess I do exercise, but it takes some really specific exercise to get like these very small muscles activated. To stabilize your joints and stuff. Focus on the outcome of the relationship. Ask yourself what you want to get out of the relationship. Wait, no. Out of interaction. Exercise and budget, need surgery for that. Oh, I see. Okay, then I don't have that. It's not quite like that for me. I'm just hypermobile. That sounds like something more. You can't expect a change of heart or anything like that. Painful. I have TVH. Most of the time I need to push my kneecap back into place. Oh god. That does sound horrible. I'm sorry. Identify a specific outcome you can control. Especially as long as I can eat my pay foods again, I'm happy. Especially on regarding on especially one that's about yourself and what you want to do. i.e. express something, dress upon range. Your goal might be just to express feelings. This is achievable. Your goal is as simple as reaching an agreement about a keystone. Zach had. Oh, what's going on? What's up, Marty? AI humiliates me. Oh no. What did the AI do? What did it do to you? Reaching an agreement and the destroying my ass again. Oh well then. Sorry about that. I'm sure you can, give him his comeuppance and destroy him back. I believe in you. Can be an outcome, but only about something concrete, like to go for dinner. Don't try to improve the relationship directly. If the person is not mature enough to handle that kind of dialogue. Focus on the more you focus on a 쏘ʀᴄ, hi there, how are you doing? More specific outcome, the more likely you'll be able to feel to their mature side. There's a fufu in chat. Are you okay? That's good, that's good. Okay, Papa. Where was it? Instead of activating emotional maturity backward. Hey Golem. Alright. Let's give a shout out to there was someone. Sure. That was a little more super one. Okay. We're back. Gotta do some setup.
This is... I don't... Shush.
1.
Mute. Disable.
2. 3. 4. 5. 6.
Am I free?
7.
Get me out. Get me out.
8. 9. 10. The text? What? What text? Text on screen was over the clip. Oh! Oh, sorry about that. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Managing, not engaging. Summarizing the book, yeah. Just another short thing. Managing, not engaging. If necessary, set a goal. Set a goal. Managing the interaction, like what length and what topics you're comfortable with. If they keep insisting, no matter how much they try to divert the conversation, tend to not know how to handle persistence. Okay. Onward. Some common concerns about the maturity awareness approach. People who hear about this approach for the first time tend to have certain concerns about it, especially about using it with their parents. Here are a few that I hear most often, with a response to each. Concern. This sounds like a cold and unrewarding way to have a relationship with my parents. I don't want to be thinking every second I'm with them. Response. If things are going well and you're enjoying being with your parents, there's no need to use this approach. But if you're getting emotional, angry, or disappointed, it's best to switch over to observing objectively and managing the interaction. You aren't being cold, you're focusing on what helps you maintain emotional balance. I'm just having a thought. Like, it sounds, at least superficially, kind of like this is the same thing that those parents are doing, like emotionally distancing themselves in order to not have to feel things. But I guess it's like that thing about personality disorders, like as long as it's just something that you are capable of doing as a skill, then, you know, that's valuable. But if it just becomes the way you are, then it's, you know, then it's restrictive and harmful. I guess that's probably it. I feel guilty and devious when I keep some mental distance from my parents. I want to be open and natural with them. Response. Observing consciously doesn't mean being devious or deceptive. It means keeping yourself from being drawn into a whirlpool of reactions that makes things worse for everybody. As an adult, you want to be able to think as an individual, including amidst interactions with other people. Having clear self-awareness doesn't mean you're being disloyal. Concern. It's all very nice to advocate not being emotional around your parents, but you haven't seen how intense and manipulative my parents can be. I get overwhelmed by the intensity of their reactions. Response. We can all get overwhelmed by another person's emotion. It's known as emotional contagion. But you'll feel more secure if you set up an intention of observing what's happening rather than becoming swept up in it. Even a bit of observation will help lift you out of the pressure to feel others' distress. It's their distress, not yours. You might feel some of it, but you don't have to become as distressed as they are. Concern. My parents have been very good to me. They paid for my education and loaned me money. I would feel disrespectful if I saw them as emotionally immature. It doesn't seem right to think about them this way. Response. There's nothing right or wrong about thoughts. You aren't being disrespectful by being truthful with yourself about your parents' emotional limitations. To be an emotionally mature adult, you must be free to observe and assess others in the privacy of your own mind. It isn't disloyal to have your own opinion. Sorry for asking in detail, but what exactly constitutes emotionally immature for the parents in this approach? Oh, and that's like the entire first half of the book. How to summarize that briefly? Basically, I'm going to take my headphones off to focus better. Also, no need to apologize for asking. That's what this is about. Basically, emotional maturity means that you are capable of handling your own emotions, but without just completely blocking them off. You're able to feel them, but not let them control you, like to the point where you do things that you would otherwise regret. And you know, the assumption is that if you have this level of emotional maturity, then it also allows you to interact more emotionally mature with others. Because if you can handle your own emotions, then you are also capable of dealing with other people's emotions without just completely losing control again. And the thing is that a lot of parents were incapable of providing that emotional maturity, which a child kind of needs to develop And ideally, you know, like as a child, you kind of need your parent to be emotionally stable and to give you like consistent feedback and to be there for you when you need it. And you know, all sorts of things like that. And yeah. If you're emotionally immature, that means that thank you. I do study psychology, but in German on a teacher's level, so this is interesting to read and listen to. Ooh. Oh, that is so cool. That is very cool. Yeah. So, wait, where was I? When you're much immature, then, I forget where I was going with that sentence. Yeah. Yeah. If, do go ahead and ask me more questions if you wish to know more. I don't know if I managed to clear it up. Talking about a book made me feel like a little crying boy. Aww. Oh, Lappen. Oh, Lappen. I kiss on the head. You can respect your parents for everything they've given you, but you don't have to pretend they have no human frailties. As we discussed in Chapter 2, satisfying a child's physical and financial needs is not the same as meeting that child's emotional needs. For instance, if you needed someone to listen to provide essential emotional connection, receiving money or a good education might distract you from that need, but it wouldn't fill it. Up and got a kitty. Yeah, that's... I feel like that's a good example of that. Like, yeah. Like, for instance, for me... Kit, yeah. Like, my father was not really emotionally available. Like... And, like, he would get kinda, I don't want to say angry, but like grumpy about me being sad, like coming into the living room with a sad face, and he is like, what's up with that look on your face? Stop that, like, you know. And then, you know, he'd only try to start having emotional conversations when he's drunk, and then it would be like, then it's just really uncomfortable, you know. And my mother, she was sometimes loving, but sometimes just super stressed and emotionally distant, and just, yeah, she just has this whole emotional construct, like, or rather not emotional construct, like rational construct that she functions under. So it was, yeah, like it was inconsistent with her. So sometimes I would get that love that I was yearning for, but then other times I would feel like I did something wrong. And yeah. And now here we are. Wild Centiscorch. Oh. Pretty sure I don't have that. Indeed. That's a cool thing. Oh, come on, keyboard. Catch. Sure, give me a great ball. There we go. Concern. How in the world do I stay calm and keep observing when my parents are making me feel guilty? Response. Center yourself by focusing on your breath as it flows in and out. Feeling guilty isn't an emergency. Observe what's going on and silently narrate it to yourself in specific words. Mentally describing what's happening helps you move from your brain's emotional centers to its more objective, logical areas. Another strategy is to count. How many seconds did your parents go on that time? You might look at a clock and decide how much longer you're willing to listen. When that time is up, interrupt politely and say you have to leave or get off the phone soon. Say you have something to do, then disengage. You can also talk kindly to yourself. There's no reason to feel guilt. They're trying to push their feelings on me. They haven't done anything wrong. I have a right to an opinion. Oh. Rude, but I will accept that. Try reminding yourself that your parent is attempting a diversion, and that it's just like dealing with an upset toddler. The unpleasantness will be over sooner if you stay calm and focused on your desired outcome, instead of getting into the fray. Commodore, do you have any advice for what to do after the greatest joy in your life was taken away from you, and everything else pales in comparison, even the runner upset when taken away from you? After the greatest joy in your life was taken away from you. Oh boy. Do I have any advice on that? I don't know if I do, I'm afraid. I think if everything else pales in comparison, even the runners up. I don't know. It's hard to answer a question like that because it's very broad. It's not an organism. An organism? Oh. So like, functure. Or something. Thank you so much for the follow. And the alert is covered by text. That is silly. Hang on. What are all the alerts? Ready? What are the alerts? New? There they are. Come on. It's abstract for a reason. Hang on, sorry, I got distracted by something. Man, you still have small joys? Oh, 쏘ʀᴄ. Come on. Man, that... I mean, all I can say is like... Oh, you still have small... Okay. I was reading that like... Oh, you still have small joys? Like, I don't even have small joys. You know. Focusing on one joy for life really depends on what one joy was. It's not noticeable. Basically, peak was my baseline. I don't know. One thing is that, like, I feel like I can only, like, try to speak in very vague terms. But one thing that is coming to mind is that there are different kinds of happiness, you know? Like, there's the happiness, like kind of acute happiness where you're just enjoying life the entire time. There's also just like being calm and balanced and like at peace with your life, you know. Small things don't make me look forward. And I guess this is kind of a thing. Enjoying life doing what? Like, you know, that was me speaking about like that greatest joy that you say was taken away. But there are other ways to, you know, be happy. Basically being satisfied, which is more about like the way you think about life. Which is easy to say, of course. Like that's basically the whole thing about like quote unquote enlightenment, basically. Basically you can only get there with like a lot of meditation and, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know, it's a big question. Take the time to grieve and process things, and then start small. Keep a small notebook and write down at least one thing a day that made you happy. Could be anything. Had a candy bar, write it down. Went for a walk and saw a bird, write it down. To train yourself to find joy in things. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen if you stick to it. And that's one thing. That's one thing, one way you can do about it. And it's very actionable, actually. Yeah. That kind of, like that, reminds me of, what was it? Like the, hang on, there was a name for it. Military mental endurance? Wait, no, not mental endurance. I don't think that was it. Military mental health? No, what was it? It was developed for the military. Like they would for like veterans and stuff, they would tell them to every day take notes on like 3 things that were good about the day. Yeah, basically that trains you to, you know, see that there are good things and cherish those things, value them. And it's not abstract because I don't like talking about it, it's abstract because it's trivial, at least on paper, and it's taken as serious, and if you knew what it was. I don't think that matters. Like one thing, like for instance, one thing about trauma is that it really doesn't, whether something traumatizes you or not, really doesn't depend as much on like what the actual thing was. It really matters a lot more if you have a good support system during the time that you take to process it. And it's kind of like that for this too. Like if it meant a lot to you and then you just kind of didn't have anything to fall back on, then of course it can still, yeah, if you don't have a support system, then yeah, even something small like that you've been using to, you know, to find joy in life, and if that falls away, then yeah, of course that's going to damage you, you know, it's going to cause lasting injury to your mental health. But yeah, as Neep says, like, step 1, find a support system. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it's like, I don't know, maybe a video game or something. So in that case, I haven't suffered steamed around the thing that was ruined for me has threatened to ban me. That's unfortunate. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more than that. Hope you don't take any offense that I work on some little Java Minecraft config coding on the side. No, of course not. What the heck? Because all I do is complain about how it's not the peak. Well, I mean, I don't think that's a good reason to ban someone. But also, I don't know. It feels like, yeah. No, don't worry about it, Lapin, don't worry. Please, keep yourself occupied. Yeah, it feels like you might have some difficulties like moving on. And you know, how do you move on? I don't know. I'm really not good at thinking on the spot like this, but all I can say is like, you have to try, you know? You have to make that decision that you don't want to be stuck in the past anymore. Like, I can't take that away from you. If you, like, your question was, or what to do if that joy in life was taken away, and then, you know, ultimately the only answer I can give you is that you have to find something new. Like, you can't go back to that time, so you just have to bury that and say, hey, I'm gonna live in the now. I'm gonna live for what is now. Like, it's great that this happened. Why can't we go backwards for once? Backwards really fast, really put the pedal to the metal, you know? Well, because that's just not how it works. Everything ends and it's always sad, but then everything begins and it's always happy. It's good to be thankful for what you have. I mean, you don't even have to be thankful for what you have, but just like How do you move on? The have feels like a tease. I mean, it only feels like that because of your own, like, the way you evaluate it, right? Like, it's not really a tease, it just, you're probably still thinking of the way that it felt back when the thing was at its peak. And now you're like, this isn't it, you know? But yeah, you just have to be open to new sensations. Like, I don't know, throw yourself out there, try some new things. Maybe you'll find that something else is actually really cool. Like that, kind of reminded of that person on 4chan, I think, who started raising like shrimp or something, and just totally on purpose and all that. I don't even have to think about the way it was. I see that as initial order of things. Yeah, that is the issue, isn't it? Like, as a human, you just kind of get used to the way things are, and then that's the way the world works for you in your head. And yeah, that's what makes it so hard to move on. Like, I get that, I really do. It isn't easy. But yeah, it all starts with a decision. You just have to make that decision. And then keep at it. Keep trying. Just step by step, try a new thing. And then if you notice that something maybe does feel cool, then cherish that and hold on to that. There's a wild ant for us in chat. Wild ant for us in chat. Ooh. Jesus, hello. Hi, how are you doing? Pokecatch Ultra Ball. There we go. Hi. I'm a little bit overwhelmed by things. But I'm trying to manage. Just woke up? Cool, good morning. Hope you're having a nice one. Sorry I've been in and out, but I have new lenses. Oh. That's cool. Didn't know you needed new lenses, but I'm glad you have new ones. And hydrate, stretch and everything. Oh, fuck off. What is wrong with the Pokemon community game today? It's not working. It ain't working. Stretch. I take care of the streamer like a Tamagotchi. Not sure anymore, my boyfriend says that I'm just pessimistic. Oh, fuck off? What? Wait, who said that? Did I say that? I did? Wait, what? Oh, to the Pokemon community game, right? Right, yeah. Just feel like I don't belong without my greatest joy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. There's no easy way out of it. If you're stuck in those old patterns, then all you can do is try to make new ones. I guess in the terms of this book, it's like, yeah, you gotta break down and first have like a real crisis and then like realize that something needs to change and then change it. No one's doing what? I don't know. There's all sorts of things. Like there's, I don't know, like if the thing was, I don't know, something like Roblox, then I don't know, look into Minecraft or look into something else that's like similar. Like try to figure out like what made it wonderful to you, what made it so good, and then try to figure out like what could be similar to that, and like maybe try not to stay too close to that. Actually, like try to spread out a little bit. Even similar things were doing for me. But have you been approaching those things with like an open mind? Have you been really trying to see what's good about them, or have you been stuck in like comparing them and always having them always come up short? Like, I guess that's part of why I'm saying that you shouldn't stick too close to that. Like for instance, if it was something like Roblox, then I don't know, maybe for an easier comparison, if it was something like Minecraft, maybe don't look at things that are trying to be Minecraft, but think about like, I don't know, maybe you like the creativeness, maybe you liked sharing things with others and trading these like things you built and all that sort of stuff. And then you can look at, okay, maybe I want to do Legos, maybe I want to do something else like that, maybe I want to take up knitting, maybe I want to go to a book club. I don't know, there's all sorts of possibilities. Let me scroll and catch up. But when you start looking at positives and negatives outweigh it in a way. It is. It is hard. There are many things you can do, but not everything will work. Trying is what's important. Sometimes rediscovering yourself after something has been taken away is really hard. Once you power through and manage to find something again, it's almost more rewarding. Almost rewiring your brain to appreciate things in the moment instead of dreading when it's going away. Alia, for instance, should be nice. I just started learning that how I react to a situation is more important than a situational solution exactly, yeah. By the way, speaking of situations, I need a pee break. Be right back. Not as long though. We can go for 5.
Give me your head. Don't hide your head. You can spit on me. It's okay as long as you look at me.
Alright, I hope to come back to that explanation then. Be right back.
Nailed it. Dude! What the fuck? Rebrand this. Rebrand, no! What's wrong with you?
No, I have a feeling I know what this is. I have a feeling I know what this is. Oh my god. It is. No. Oh my god.
Teeth. I love teeth. I have look, it's not as weird as it sounds. It's I have it's my teeth. It's my wisdom teeth specifically, and also deer teeth that someone from Twitter mailed me like 8 years ago from a corpse they found in the woods. That does sound pretty weird when I say it out loud, but it's not that weird. They cleaned them and everything. They even bleached them for me.
Welcome to the Titty Talk. And we now return to our podcast, Titty Talk, with your hosts, Daisy and Faye.
I like titties.
And that was Titty Talk with Daisy and Faye. Come again next time for another controversial yet true opinion about titties. Next time on Titty Talk.
You guys seen that meme where it's like if a dolphin was playing a trumpet, would he play it like this or play it like this? And it makes me sad.
Can I squirtle in your meowth?
Hey, they've all got gun barrels.
Oh.
That was as
Knock! I am coming!
Well, there you go. There's your answer, everybody.
I believe you mean every bunny?
That's what I said.
You said everyone.
Bro, you're probably like diamond too.
More like Immortal too, buddy.
Immortal 1 peak.
And he's Immortal too, fucking retard.
Yeah, tell me when you hit Immortal.
You gonna boost it by your fucking boyfriend, bro? You are ass.
Yeah, that's my main account.
He just, bro.
You just said trying to get you to gold too, like
Badass, go outside.
I see. Oh wow.
Here I go killing again. King of Sweden. beautiful.
Again, it's an adorable little noise they make. Actually, I don't need these. This will be sufficiently floaty enough when I have everything in place.
I'm actually bad. It's okay.
Hello. Yokai, thank you for the raid. Nice. Yeah, that's that's the appropriate reaction.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go!
Oh!
Yokai,
Oh!
how was Celeste?
Sever
you
the
win?
skyline, golden.
Nearly got 6A golden, but I died about halfway through the boss
God,
fight.
that took too long.
Aww, don't hate yourself. It's hard. Pico! Cute
Look
Pico.
at the dance.
Don't hate yourself. It's hard. It's really hard. But yeah, if you need to take a rest and stuff, go and take care of that. And thank you for raiding. And, yeah. Yeah. Also, if any raiders have any questions about what the hell I'm doing, then please go ahead. This game because your stream is comforting. Well, I hope I managed to comfort you then. Okay, let me scroll back up. Boo, 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 boo. Ah! I see you there.
To know what happens with the lusty Argonian maid. This is true. A little cold. You know what that means. What does it mean? Oh shit! Hi.
To explain what is, he also mentioned something about his travel use. For example, it's a little long-winded. Problem there is no TV that plays nice with one life's experience in flavor of no diversions. I'm either hyper-empathetic or hyper-empathetic, and contemporary media is really good at emphasizing feelings I don't like feeling and not good at emphasizing emotions I like feeling. I'm not sure if I understand yet. Just started learning that how I react is how I react and how you go forward is what's important. I'll give you read me to it, keeping my scream comforting. Hit some nasty combos and send them in the Discord. Okay, good. We're gonna try again tomorrow. Then be looking like my Kato. Silly Kato. Hi Zen, how you doing? How the heck are you doing, my sweet? There's a wild Burmy in chat. Burmy is Gen 4. Which means that I don't have it. Just woke up, well, good morning. I hope you had a good rest. Man, these These are clearly entirely different fonts, aren't they? God damn it. They aren't supposed to be different fonts. I thought I... Ah, Dragon Oil. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad you enjoyed here. UDTG Kyokasho and be bold. Okay. This is UDTG Kyokasho and PP. Oh, this is NPB bold. But we just want N bold. E? Wait, where is it? Where is N? This one. And then 18. Oh. Okay, but now it's everything is messed up. Damn it! None of them are coming sense. Oh god. As much as I love Celeste, it really has its moments where I get way too pissed off. Yeah, it can be hard not to react like that. I mean, it definitely has moments like that, like when you don't feel like you are really in control. That's when the frustration hits. Hang on, I need to satisfy my wish for being in control by messing around with this stuff. This is an expression of my agency, or is it? Or is it in fact me being helpless against my own inner demons? I do not know. Wait. How y'all doing? The voices. Not sure if you remember the final room before the boss fight, the giant Kevin died there like 5 times due to not knowing the momentum. Action water shit. Not my fault I didn't struggle with it before going for golden berries. Yeah. Yeah. That is one of those things, like, these really specific things that you kinda need to practice on their own, and you don't really get the time to practice, and then suddenly you're thrust into the thick of it. Express something? Nope. Oh, thanks for that, bed. Happy September, hey. Is it September already? Not quite. But hi. Thank you for the sub. It's very kind of you. I need to... Tomorrow, yeah. Unless you're like real far ahead, I guess. I guess if you're like in Australia, maybe? Yeah. I guess it could be that time already. Only... I don't know which is. 3 a.m. Apparently it's September. Oh, really? Reaching an agreement can be an outcome, but only about something. Concrete like way to give it dinner. Contracting review person is not mature enough to handle a thing. The more you focus on a specific outcome. Wait. You'll be able to... Be a big cookie. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything important right now. The more like you'll be able... Wait. apple, the more likely it'll be an apple. So we'll filter their mature side. Activating their emotional immaturity. That part. Now I have enough space for that. It's necessary, like what? Length. Eating too much mac and cheese. Oh god. Are you okay? Do we need to call someone? No matter how much you're trying to, they tend. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Might need to call someone, but not for me. Oh god. Godspeed to your roommates. Okay, where were we? Concern. I can learn and practice these skills while I'm sitting calmly by myself, but it all goes out the window when my parents start criticizing me. I feel as nervous as a place kicker in the Super Bowl. How can I ever be calm enough to observe or manage them? Response. The Super Bowl place kicker may be nervous, but you can be sure he's working to be as calm as he can. A big part of sports psychology is learning how to relax when under stress. Your goal is to practice being a little less nervous than usual by focusing on the outcome you want. This isn't the Super Bowl. There's no pressure, because you're no longer struggling to gain anything. You don't need the negativity your parents dish up. It isn't about winning or losing, it's about freeing yourself from reacting to your parents' emotional contagion. Amazing. Just logged into my Curse Forge. My zombie modpack thingy managed to hit 1.3k downloads. Huh? I don't know what that is, but good job. That is a big number. Concern. I worry so much about my parents. They're always unhappy about something. I just want to make them feel better. Lapin, pay attention. Response. You can't. Have you noticed that no matter what you do, your parents don't stay happy for long? Just because they're complaining doesn't necessarily mean their goal is to feel better. That's your interpretation. Treat them nicely, but don't bleed for them. Their healing story and role cells may require a lot of suffering and complaining. It isn't your job to abandon your own path and try to push them from behind. If you do, they're likely to become even more difficult and unpleasant. Zaya, what is it? What is it? What you got? You're an ice cube person, by the way. Aw. Thanks for the hydrate. It's cute. That Pokemon is called Ice Cube, right? That is a Pokemon, right? Thanks for that. Ice Cube. Cute. Why don't you just cuddle on her weighted blanket in a moment, then do that. I mean, you know, maybe, I guess maybe you don't have someone to cuddle now, but... Yeah, people really like the stretch noises. I'm glad you do. Alright, let's check back in with Annie. After months of enduring her mother Betty's stubborn silent treatment, Annie tried the maturity awareness approach. She invited her parents to join her at one of the kids' soccer games. That was about as long as Annie thought she could stay objective and in control emotionally. Her desired outcome was a visit with no drama, simply re-establishing contact with her parents. Instead of trying to engage Betty in an open-hearted way, Annie stayed in a neutral observing mode, interacting pleasantly but not expecting any warmth from her mother. Her parents came late as usual, and Annie greeted them nicely, saying, "Hey, I'm glad you're here." Annie gave Betty a little hug and offered her a snack. Betty looked upset and emotional, again making herself the center of their interaction. But as Annie reported, I didn't acknowledge it or feed it. Annie was able to let go of her attempts to establish emotional intimacy with Betty because she now understood that Betty's emotion was probably about herself and didn't reflect a desire to engage with Annie. Indeed, Betty hardly spoke to Annie during the game. As they were leaving the game, Betty choked up, but still didn't talk to Annie. Annie was mentally prepared, and rather than feeling irritated, she simply observed how Betty avoided genuine communication and instead acted like she was the injured party. Oh, continues. Afterward, Annie summed up her experience with her mother by saying, "I'm finally figuring out that this is who my mother is. This is her personality. It's not about me. I'm glad I didn't get sucked into how she's the one who's been hurt. I'm proud that I'm able to separate her behavior from my sense of worth." On Betty's birthday, Annie called and left a couple of messages, but she didn't invite her mother over. Annie felt good about doing as much as was emotionally possible for her to do. She didn't make it her problem that Betty didn't call back. When Annie finally reached Betty on the phone a few days later, her mother answered tersely in a cold, reserved tone. Annie played it straight and said, "I'm surprised I didn't hear from you. Did you get my messages?" When Betty answered coolly in the affirmative, not thanking her and not showing any warmth, Annie decided to end the conversation and said, "We'll have to catch up sometime, Mom. Why don't you call me? Let's schedule a get-together." After that conversation, Annie felt more emotionally free. She was no longer obsessed with her mother's rejection. She'd managed to relate to Betty as a fellow adult instead of playing out the role self of an open-hearted little girl who hoped to one day win her disapproving mother's love. In our next session, she said, "I no longer feel that I've done anything wrong. It's sad that this important relationship, which I've always struggled with, won't have a good resolution. But the fact that my mother doesn't respond doesn't put a judgment on me. It's just another indication that she can't handle a close relationship with me. Even if my warmth repels her that badly, I can't switch it off. I don't want to switch my warmth off." But... By the way, Commodore. Is Commodore still around? I don't think they quite finished explaining the thing. Although I wasn't quite sure what the last few messages meant. Nope. Oh, okay. You're still... What do you want? I was just wondering if you were still... if you still want to elaborate on the thing that you were talking about. Like, I don't know if I read your messages right, but I, thought you wanted to elaborate more on them. Okay, next one. Stepping out of an old role self. The ability to step back and observe not only your parent but also your own role self is where emotional freedom begins. When you see how you've gotten stuck in a role self and are trying to make a healing fantasy come true, you can decide to do it differently. Hypno. Hypno in chat. Why am I in Gen 2? There we are. Already got drowsy, so I'll go ahead and throw an ultra ball at that. There we go. Another anecdote on Rochelle. Rochelle's mother was a very demanding woman who expected Rochelle to be at her beck and call. As Rochelle put it, I used to feel like I couldn't be okay unless my mother changed and acknowledged me. But when Rochelle decided to observe her mother's emotional immaturity instead of being automatically hurt by it, she felt a profound change. For the first time, I saw her behavior for what it was. I didn't get angry or disappointed like before, when I felt like I had to get her to acknowledge me. Because Rochelle had worked on acknowledging herself and her genuine feelings toward her mother, she no longer felt like she had to play a certain role or fulfill her mother's healing fantasy by pouring attention on her. I no longer feel compelled to jump in immediately and be the good daughter for her. I don't have to take on her problems. Rochelle now calls her mother when she feels like it, and she feels free now to say no to her mother's requests. And not that she doesn't feel obligated to put on the role self of the dutiful daughter. Rochelle actually feels free to be more relaxed around her mom. Okay, so this chapter is almost over. And I think I might actually... it is. It was an anime. When I got into anime, I got into it based on the idea, oh cool, it's like Star Wars, and anime hasn't really been themed around technologically ambitious futuristic worlds akin to Star Wars or Star Trek since the late 20th century, or at least in a way that plays nice with my tastes. I like heroic vibes and strong-willed heroes, like role models, and I don't like teenage cringe and psychological as a genre. When I got into anime as a teenager, I was doing cringe things, and it was the worst part of my teenage years. I see. And anime at the time, even when it had teenagers, they weren't cringy. So like, if you enjoyed it because it's like Star Wars, then what about Star Wars? Keeping a grip on your own thoughts and feelings. New Star Wars is trash? Well, okay, yeah, but there's still plenty of fans of the old Star Wars. Everyone can be cringy at any age. Cringe is in the eye of the beholder, yeah. Yes, New Star Wars is trash. Well then. Yeah, Ahsoka's good. Yeah, I've heard some good things about some of the good ones. Okay, so... So... Which part... How do I put this? Do you care more about, like, having more stuff to watch, or is it more about having a community that cares about the same thing you do? I love how we took time to shit on new Star Wars. Yeah. They look mature. If you look at Gundam Wing, even a femboy like Teiyu Maxwell looks more heroic than most new anime protags. Hang on. I'm gonna keep reading for a bit. Want both? Sense of community is really important for these kinds of things. So glad Disney never made any more movies, because that would be dumb. Yes. It's good in some way. Well, except for Rise of Skywalker. But yeah. Where was I? Right, I wanted to keep reading for a bit. The ultimate goal in any interaction with a parent or an emotionally immature person is to keep a grip on your own mind and feelings. To do this, you need to stay observational, noticing how you're feeling and how the other person is acting. From this perspective, you can retain your individual point of view and be more immune to the other person's emotional contagion. I saw Rise of Skywalker in the cinema, and there were at least 2 instances where I jumped out of my seat and went, fuck yeah. Interesting. After I couldn't find new anime I liked, Spike TV had Star Trek reruns, and Star Trek after 2005 sucked. After 2005. Was that like the end of the new generation or something? With Picard? I guess that's valid. End of Enterprise. Oh, right. That's the new generation, isn't it? I think so. I'm not big on Star Wars, so, but I think so. Even the ending sucked. Oh dear. That's unfortunate. New gen is 2009. Oh, really? Oh. With parents, keeping your mind on your specific desired outcome for the interaction will help you retain an objective, observing stance, no matter how they behave. It keeps you in your thinking brain instead of falling into your emotions or fight or flight reaction. In this way, focusing on your goal for the interaction helps you hold on to your true self, while old healing fantasies and role expectations are swirling around you. I like feeling like the future will be a better place, and I like heroic vibes. Yeah, I really want to rewatch Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Really gave me that. That was so good. I must confess, I never was much into Star Trek or Star Wars. Yeah, me neither. Star Trek was just kind of something that ran on TV a lot, and it was neat. And Star Wars, I don't know, I never managed to get emotionally involved in that. I can see why people would, but it just never really grabbed me that way. And yes, you do need to watch Gurren Lagann. In the late 20th century, most anime fans were sci-fi fans. TTGL was wonderful. I also really enjoyed Excel World, which is more isekai, but I fell for the art. Excel World? Which one was that? Excel World. Oh, that does look really pretty. I say, looking at covers of a scantily clad lady. Wait, that thing? Oh, that thing? Okay. Wait, is it that thing? Wait, no. Is it? No, I don't think so. Or is it? I don't know. Never mind, never mind. Genuinely tried getting into these sci-fi IPs, but not really my cup of tea. Loved Kill Out Hill, and Element tells me that since I left that, I should check out Gurren Lagann. Drop Gurren Lagann, don't like Super Robo, that's not future tech, that's more mystical tech, it's powered by fighting spirit, not like a fusion reactor. Oh. Okay, so you're really into like the more technical stuff. Outlaw Star. Yeah, probably. They probably know that one. That's like from around that time they're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know I don't know what to tell you about like getting new things to watch. Like, you know, I guess that well has just run dry, but there's still gonna be a lot of people who are like into that kind of thing, and I'm pretty sure there's what's more new than something futuristic. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like at least one tabletop role-playing system that's like in a setting like that. I think I might have even read about one specifically. So you could look for something like that and then find a role-playing group for that and make your own stories. No new anime like that isn't full of teenage cringe or isn't psychological. Aww. Not creative? That's fine. I mean, it's a group effort, you know? You can just let yourself go with the flow. You don't have to be making any big creative decisions. Modern society very outcome oriented. I mean, I don't know. Even maybe there's even just like something like a critical role for that kind of thing, you know? And I'm toxic to be around. That's unfortunate. I mean, I hope you can work on that. Like, no matter what kind of neurodivergence you have, yeah, like you mentioned that part, like something about emotions and hypo and hyper empathetic. And like, I don't know. It's harder for some people, but you can still learn to figure out a way to you know, deal with that. And, you know, my brain is running out my ears, sorry. I'm not gonna be streaming for too much longer. But yeah, it's not gonna be easy, but you can find ways, you know, you can find ways to rekindle that happiness. Yeah, mine too. Mine is also running out of my ears. Okay. Being cautious about new openness. According to Murray Bowen, as a child becomes more of an individual, the emotionally immature parent's knee-jerk reaction is to do something that attempts to force... this Black Panther. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad you enjoy it here. Leaky Brain Gang, yeah. A knee-jerk reaction is to do something that attempts to force the child back into an enmeshed pattern. If the child doesn't take the bait, such parents may ultimately start relating in a more genuine way. I advise caution if your parents show uncharacteristic openness in response to your adoption of an observational and goal-directed approach. If they start treating you with more respect or open up a bit, you could be vulnerable to getting sucked back into your old healing fantasy. Like, they're finally going to give me what I need. Be careful. Your inner child will always hope that your parents will finally change and offer what you've always longed for. But your job is to keep your adult outlook and continue relating to them as a separate, independent adult. At this point, you're looking for an adult relationship with them, not a recreation of a parent-child dynamic, right? If you allow yourself to slip back into those old childhood hopes, your parents' increased openness is likely to evaporate instantly because you'll no longer feel safe to them. Remember, your parents are probably emotionally phobic and unable to handle genuine intimacy. If you become more open, they'll react by pulling back, trying to get you off balance and back under their control. This is the only way such people know to protect themselves from the vulnerability of too much closeness. In the end, the overall dynamic remains the same. Your parents will be emotionally available to you in inverse proportion to how much you feel the need for them. Only if you operate from your adult, objective mind will you feel safe to your parents. It's unfortunate, but the reality is they are simply too terrified to handle your inner child's emotional needs. Cricket dot in chat. There's a cricket dot in chat. That's kind of like a little child. Okay. Oh, Lapin's going for it. What, that cricket? Do you like cricket, Dad? That's an unusual one. In your interactions, just keep observing the present moment and then follow the inclinations of your true nature. Your true self knows everyone involved and the reality of the situation, so it's likely to come up with exactly the response that's needed. But the only way the true self can do that is if you stay in an objective, watchful state that's grounded in your own individuality. I can't do that right now. I'm gotta practice that. I feel like that's an important life skill. Where were we? I feel like that last bit was kind of the only really important. Heck yeah, we both got it. Only really important part. I think I made a mistake. Oh dear. What did you do? The Eevee sounds from Let's Go still have my heart. Oh yeah. They're so good. Something like that. Dynamic sounds from Sword and Shield still haunt my nightmares. Hey boy. Where was I? Looking for reference poses, and I seem to be spending more time looking at the poses and going, oh damn, rather than actually trying them. Ah, yeah, that is a very real risk. Dynamax was waiting for war. I was gonna say that is not, but I have that blacklisted, so my samples are not representative, I'm afraid. But I don't know. I'll just take your word for it. I was just thinking how to respond to that. What was I, right? Taking notes. If a parent starts acting uncharacteristically open, what was it? Open after you and take on a more distant approach. It might be that they're trying to unconsciously, subconsciously, probably not doing it in a coma. Subconsciously bring you back into an enmeshment. In which you depend on them. Don't take the bait. Remember that an emotionally immature parent will be emotionally available to you in inverse proportion to how much you actually need to be. The more you actually need their closeness, the scarier that closeness becomes to them. Meeting them at arm's length is best possible outcome for both parties in that case. Yep. Okay. And finally, the summary. Our early dependence on our parents makes us seek their love and attention. However, we must step away from our childhood roles if we don't want to repeat them in our adult relationships. The maturity awareness approach will help you deal with an emotionally immature parent or any difficult, self-involved person more effectively. You'll have better results if you try to relate to your parent in a neutral way, rather than trying to have a relationship. First, you need to assess your parents' level of maturity and approach interactions between the two of you from an observational perspective, focusing on thinking rather than reacting emotionally. Then you can employ the 3 steps involved in the maturity awareness approach: expressing yourself and then letting it go, focusing on the outcome rather than the relationship, and managing the interaction rather than engaging emotionally. In the next chapter, we'll explore the road to freedom from old parent-child patterns. As you read on, you'll see how good it feels to finally step out of old patterns of relating that have been running your life. And that's that for now. Sorry it's a little bit short today, but yeah, my voice isn't cooperating and neither is my brain. Well, my brain is... it could be better, but yeah. But yeah, let's go find some underraid. Oh, there's an Uzi. Uzi is probably ending very soon. There's Marco Meatball. That's interesting. Oh, also Mochi Momo playing Undertale. Oh god, so many people. A lot of cool people we could possibly raid. Let's see. Jettigon, Elden Ring. Oh boy, I don't know. I know. Everything hits so hard. Aww. Oh, Lappin. Okay, Lappin, what are we feeling? Would you like some Palia with a trans woman Lamia? Palia with a Lamia? I think she's a Lamia. Like a Pokemon Lamia. Riley, hi there. Sorry, I'm about to end the stream. Palia. And we have, I think a gay dude, a cute gay dude, who's a flesh tuber, playing Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Oh, we have Marco Meatball playing Chrono Trigger. Or Colibri playing The Wild at Heart. Or Mochimamo playing Undertale. Pacifist. Always love to support trans siblings. Hot selection, yeah, it is. You choose? Damn it. I don't want to choose. Yeah. Let's do a poll. Great. Transnick play Palia. Or gay? Cute gitu Pokemon. Or famous opera to Chrono. Opera to wait, Chrono Chrono or Hillary playing Violet Park. Alright. Well, I don't know. This is very. These things are very short. Or Mochi Mamo. Wait. Hyper Curl Undertale. There you go. Let's give it 2 minutes. There you go. What we do? What we do, my dudes? There's a poll. Exercise your vote to write. And write the vote. And wait, by the way, hi Mara. Was from Akami earlier too. Oh. Really? Well. By the way, how are you doing, Mara? Mara. I'm a very good conversationalist. Tired, it's almost 2 a.m. Oh dear. Does that mean... Oh, you're from Australia then, aren't you? Wait, no. Or are you? I think somewhere around there, probably. Playing Palia too. Oh. That's pretty popular recently. I'm sorry, I'm sleepy. Great decisions always hard. They are. Okay. Do I have a coin anywhere? Not the study stream today. Feel our environment fuzzy. Aww. I'm glad. Oh, Hoppip! Hoppip! Oh my god. Hoppip was my first shiny, but I already have one. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and say, do we like that sometimes? Today was easy because Mara wanted to stream Palia and Raytus Nick was planning to play Palia too. Aww. Mara wanted to stream Palia and Raytus Nick. And Fitty. Okay, in that case, if you wanted to raid into Akami, then sure. Let's do that. Raid Akami, just Akami. Okay. Well then. Yeah. God. Brain is not working. Sorry. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad to have had you. And I'm glad, I hope to continue having you. And this is not going anywhere good. The point is, I hope this has been a good experience for you. And yeah, next week we're gonna continue this, probably on Thursday again. You too. Tomorrow and the day after and stuff, I'll probably be playing some Celeste. And yeah. Take care. Remember that you're your own person and you don't owe anyone anything. Unless you do, but you probably don't. It's, don't worry about it. And remember that you're loved. Bye bye.